Duke has advanced to the Sweet 16 in 5 of their last 6 tournaments. TCU, they're trying to do something that the program has never done, and that is win 2 games in the same tournament. They have been to the Sweet 16, but that was back when there were only 23 teams in the field. We are set for action. Paul Sells, Greg Nixon, Clarence Armstrong, our officiating crew, and TCU controls the tip.
And Eagle.
Pierre will fire off the mark, and a strong rebound for Boozer.
And right away, great balance. They know how explosive Duke is in the open floor.
And Duke has to handle the pressure and the traps from TCU. So good at forcing turnovers.
Nice little flare screen.
Brown swings it for Evans. He made some big plays in the second half in that victory over Siena. Ball movement leads to Sarr, and he traveled.
One extra. Well, they got it around the horn pretty good, though.
Hey, two guys passing up open threes there. They got to step up and shoot those with confidence. Sarr prefers the corner three.
You mentioned that trapping. They will read things on the sideline, on the baseline. TCU just so aggressive.
TCU has been a hot team. They've won 10 of their last 12. Now 23-11 on the season. That pass knocked out of bounds off of Brown. TCU retains with 15 to shoot. 52 seconds gone by.
Their bigs are very mobile, very active, pop at the top, load up in the low box area.
And they lost a big man, Malik Diallo, in the first game of the season, a torn ACL. Harding the pull-up pop, book it.
It's quick in the off his feet, a confident guy. Chesty, a little bit like you, but not as tall.
Who, me or I?
Yeah, who are you talking about?
Well, could be either way.
So a 2-0 lead for the Horned Frogs.
And they will go over the top, and they will slip behind on occasion. Nice
High-low, upstairs, and the put down by Brown.
And Raph right there, Cameron Boozer. One of the big surprises this season with his game is his passing and playmaking ability. So unselfish on that pass.
He's at 4.2 assists per game. That leads Duke, so he leads them in scoring, rebounding, and assists. Edmonds made the big play late in the victory over Ohio State. Harding, that ball got deflected. Robinson is there. Ball movement leads to an Edmonds three. Bottom.
How about this kid? He is a real confident kid. Inside around, 24th three of the year. Loading up. He can stretch the D, too.
He is shooting it at 43% from downtown and a 5-2 advantage for TCU.
That high-low, they really caught TCU Xing back.
Swing. Evans one-on-one with Pierre. Evans steps through and doesn't get the roll. Rebound is snatched by Punch. There was a post-up opportunity, but they couldn't get it to Edmonds. Now they will.
He used his hands pretty good. He is too strong inside.
Edmonds missed it off the window.
Sarr really punished physically on that particular trip.
TCU does a great job hedging on screen and rolls. That short roll will be there for Duke.
Boozer, look for the open man. Sarr's three is pure.
And that's his comfort zone right there. The corner three, either side. Sarr knocking down that shot with confidence, but his perimeter defense, really where he excels. Not so much post defense as we saw in that last possession.
Screen set. Gumba is now off the bench, getting ready to check in.
Got to get Robinson going, too.
Yeah.
Compliment the front court.
Punch, he loses the ball. Good help there by Sarr. Break opportunity. Boozer on a bounce. Sarr, give it up. The adjustment made by Caden Boozer for the deuce.
Well, you make mistakes, you get punished by Duke. Relentless in their pursuit.
Duke is 15-0 all-time in the round of 32 as a 1 seed. Harding feed it.
Shot.
The floater by Punch.
And that's what that right there will be open. Punch has to be aggressive, looking for his shot.
And we are tied at 7. Lelevich is getting ready to check in for TCU.
Gives him some inside.
And
Sarr
got discarded. So that foul will work against TCU. And an ovation for Patrick Gumba. He averages 10.7 points, shooting it at 60% from the field. They held him out of the North Carolina game. Initially, everyone thought it was precautionary, and then he did not play in the ACC tournament.
Big
Turnover.
hands.
You wonder with Gumba, his wind, his conditioning, timing.
Rust.
Pierre, jab step.
And they're going right at him.
Punch, fires. And a
staying
box
right
out on
there.
the inside. Gumba's going to pick up the foul against Edmonds.
He never got in position to stick his guy. These two inside people do a great job for TCU rebounding.
We get a timeout. Early going, tight one so far. TCU and Duke. Winner goes to the Sweet 16. Back here in Greenville, let's bring in the fourth member of our crew. It's Tracy Wilson.
Thanks a lot, Ian. Duke certainly survived a scare on Thursday. John Shire telling me that was the toughest moment, the toughest position, the toughest game he's ever been in an NCAA tournament game. But he said he learned two things from that loss. One, they need to have a certain competitive fire, and he guaranteed we would see that today. And two, he said he believes that could have been the best thing to happen for this team. A little adversity could help them in the long run.
Yeah, they trailed Siena by 11 points at halftime. They outscored them 39-22 in the second half, and Duke is now riding a 12-game winning streak. The officials were discussing the previous play, but they've taken no action, so the foul is called against Gumba. The hook and hold was the topic of discussion.
TCU ran a great timeout play, but didn't take advantage.
Tanner Toulson is in, along with Lelevichus. And there is a foul call with 4.5.
And Rev, I don't think Sarr had to reach in there. Looked like good defense by Boozer, but right here, this was the play in question. Was there a hook and hold? Foul was called on Gumba there as they were wrestling inside.
And Sarr just picked up the foul, so Hamenya is now into the game for Duke.
Yeah, he competes. Hamenya, nice pull up here.
And Harding comes up short, rebounded by Boozer. Quick outlet for Evans.
Nice slip.
Gumba.
Real strong.
He does, and he scores.
How about that? Limber, agile, and powerful.
Patrick Gumba brings a 7'4" wingspan to the festivities. They are 4 of 5 from the field. Lelevichus tried to drive on Gumba. He flips it up.
Nice hustle.
And it's rebounded by Toulson. Reload here. TCU punch, spin. Works through, but couldn't finish with the left hand. It's going the other way.
Yeah, look there, either Punch or Toulson pushing Hamenya in the back.
It's going to be punch.
Right there, you talked about the footwork, great patience. Just use your size, big. We talked about his defensive presence, but also Gumba's ability on the offensive end. Great passer, great finisher.
Hand-to-hand combat in the other end.
And punch heads to the bench for TCU.
And using Gumba a little baseline trap, drag. That's very good going cross court, but not a good look.
Toss it away. Harding ahead. Edmonds on a catch. Lelevichus misses on a rainbow three. And activity once again. They draw another foul on the Blue Devils.
And we talk
Edmonds
about,
has been active.
He's been very active. And we talk about Duke and their size and their rebounding, but TCU, one of the best offensive rebounders in the Big 12.
Watch every men's game live on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download it now to stay up to date on all of the action.
Jamie needs Lelevichus to knock down some trees, and also Micah Robinson to perform at a high level. Here he is.
Robinson got a three.
Really compliments the inside guys when he can do that. Opens up things, opportunities.
I'm going to call you Rafterdamus. His shot, Gumba inside.
Yeah, let's make up T-shirts. It'll have an onion flavor.
First time anybody has elevated me in the intelligence area.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah. Rightfully so. But right here, nice and real good cut. Uncomfortable coming out of there, right?
Yes.
Boozer caught napping just a little bit.
And how about the play, Michael Robinson in the first round? That first half against Ohio State, he caught fire. Made some big shots, got out in transition. Just kind of a guy who does a little bit of everything for the Horned Frogs.
Edmonds just got called for the foul. He is now on the bench for TCU. Darren Harris in for Duke.
A nice little high-low here. Good job taking advantage of Robinson.
He couldn't finish it. Toulson got in there, and he had an effect on the play.
Yes, he did. Toulson contesting without fouling there. Just reaching in, getting a little bit of ball there. Boozer so good on the block. You don't see that often, him missing that close.
And punch return.
Short.
The jump shot doesn't go for Pierre, and it's cleaned up by Gungba.
This is where I think Boozer's got to take over a little bit. I know he lets the game come to him, but he's so talented, so good.
Got the smaller Robinson on him,
exactly.
too.
That's a tough matchup. Toulson, nice little help.
Gungba,
Nice pump.
fake on a three. That pass deflected, and a turnover. Robinson on the move. Boozer is back. Robinson takes it in for two.
That's right at the numbers. Beautiful play. He makes the three, the open floor opportunity. Nails it.
And Raph, twice we've seen Gumba turn the ball over. You know, just maybe the feel and the rust as you talked about.
Boozer comes up short. Long rebound to Gungba. Boozer on a swing.
Nice slip. Well, they can ride him all they want.
They help. Boozer spins, raking at it. And it is a foul on Toulson, the reach-in.
Yeah, trying to help out in that low box area. They are great in their communication skills, but this is a nice run out, body search. And wisely, Boozer giving ground there. No sense getting a silly foul on the open floor.
Here, a foul called on Toulson. Looked pretty clean there reaching in, but Boozer has to realize, and really the bigs for Duke, every time they put the ball on the floor in the post, there's going to be a double team.
Bounce it. Brown lays it in and one. So Malik Brown is going to the free throw line. Chance at a three-point play and can tie this game up.
Would you say it's a period of adjustment as we watch this little play for Boozer? Now going from 5, now he's back to 4 at center, now back again to 5 spot.
I agree. It takes a minute to get used to Boozer. Last week, conference tournament, they finished the regular season. He had to play a different role, maybe take on more responsibility. Now you incorporate Gumba. It's going to take a minute to figure it all out.
Brown gets the bounce. Toulson goes to the bench for TCU. Gungba is now on the bench for Duke. So I'm sure they're going to monitor his minutes, be smart, try to be efficient in how and when they use it.
You do the same for me in the evening.
Well, we've been doing that for 25 years.
Ooh, punch took one.
He took a hit there from Brown, no call.
Nice little play, too, at a back screen.
Shot clock is down to 10. Pierre to Harding. Clean look at a three. Put it on the board.
And that's what they do very nicely. They hide behind the bigs, punch, a roadblock. Harding the delivery.
And they're getting more opportunities than Duke. Right now they have 14 field goal attempts. Duke has 8.
Because of the turnovers they force.
There's that X out and cover.
Amenya lob it inside. Catch by Boozer. And he's fouled.
Good read, though.
Yeah.
Good ball movement. Nice little dribble drive.
So the last line of defense there was Punch and Lelevichis. They get Lelevichis with the foul. Brock Harding, who is highly productive. Harding finished 4th in the Big 12 in assists, so he is a major threat with the ball in his hands.
And Jamie does a nice job using the bigs for guys to hide or come off.
16 fouls already on TCU, so there could be a whole bunch of free throws for Duke. We're at the 12:29 mark of this first half.
And Raph right now, Punch going to the bench. TCU, though, even though they're an undersized team, they are comfortable playing small ball. It's Michael Robinson at the 4 now. That was when they really extended their lead in the first half against Ohio State on Thursday.
Lane violation, but not necessary.
Yep, they let it go. Boozer, a 78% shooter, cuts into the TCU lead. Sarr returns, and he replaces Cameron Boozer.
And you were mentioning fouls. The big concern for Jamie is the bigs getting in foul trouble. They're a different team.
Pierre had some space to work with, but then Duke surrounds him.
Got to get across court.
Edmonds.
Nice cut to that.
Extra feed, Lelevichis. It bounces off, and it's grabbed by Sarr.
Yeah, they need it to make those open looks.
Caden Boozer's been playing with a lot more confidence. His last 3 games, 19 points, 16 points, 16 points.
He's done a good job of getting into the paint. You can see the carelessness with the ball. A lot of deflection.
Nice cut.
Good cut. It won't go for Amenya, but he is headed to the free throw line.
That's how you compete against this aggressive defense, too. Dive to that middle.
TCU and Duke East Region, second round action from Greenville. More to come. TCU leads Duke by 1 moments ago. Tracy with Blue Devils head coach Jon Scheyer.
Coach, you told me last game you guys were missing that competitive fire and a tight one early. What do you like? What don't you like that you've seen from your team early?
Yeah, it's there. I think still we can be better, more aggressive on defense. But it's there. We just got to keep fighting. It's going to be a grind it out kind of game.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Tracy. Duke is 9-3 all time in the NCAA tournament against teams from the Big 12. TCU finished 11-7 in conference play this year. Hamenya at the line, 65% shooter, McDonald's All-American.
No Boozer, no Gumba on the floor. Now you can play small because TCU's not overpowering size-wise.
I think
particularly
TCU,
this group.
they need to go inside to Edmonds, get some touches on the low block.
Foul trouble here for TCU. Lelevicius and Toulson, both bench players, both have 2.
Nice show. And look at the cover in the back. Hamenya.
Pierre, give it up for Robinson. Shot clock is down to 12.
They're breaking down with the bounce here.
It's Edmonds on a kick. Pierre over Boozer. Short.
And a good defensive possession right there, Raft.
Particularly by Dave Boozer. That containment.
So 1 and done there for TCU. Boozer forced to give it up with plenty of time on the shot clock.
Nice cut.
Hamenya on a kick out. Sarr lines it up. No. Oh, what a rebound there by Brown, the full extension. And the jumper is smooth. Isaiah Evans with a downtown hit.
And poor Jaden Pierre, he was blocking out Malik Brown.
So how vulnerable are you on those kick out rebounds?
The answer is there. Micah Robinson string music.
Tough kid. Gets his numbers, plays solid D.
TCU doing a good job, Duke, making mistakes in transition, finding the open man. And
Robinson has 8 points to lead all scorers. Duke up by 1. Evans in a crowd. And a rebound to Robinson. Bodies falling with Lelevicius and Hamenya.
They have numbers down a little, a nice recovery.
Robinson working around for Pierre. We approach the midway point of this first half. Edmonds, hard drive cut off, and Edmonds has got the touch.
How about the strength on that discard, though? Woo! Possessing him.
Raft, they spread you out on offense and move the ball side to side. That creates that isolation opportunity there for Edmonds.
From these matchups, you got to go inside, I think, if you do.
Who's going to post right now for Duke? You really don't have a post player on the floor.
They don't.
Boozer and Gumba are on the bench, but look at, you called it best. Just nice move. He dislodged Brown there with that spin. So great agility and strength, and the improvement of Edmonds from the start of the season to now. And
the foul is called against Pierre. That's his first, but it's the 8th team foul. So Pierre to the bench. Evans 1-1 for Duke, 9:48 to play first half.
This kid is unerring on his ability to make threes, isn't he?
Oh.
They can just dribble, drive, and
he's gotten better.
Collapse the D.
Last year, more catch and shoot, more of a sniper from 3, but has expanded his game. You saw some of those drives Thursday against Siena. Isaiah Evans showing his improvement.
Release, too.
Yeah. No hesitation.
12 and 10 versus Siena.
TCU is yet to attempt a free throw. Duke is 7 of 7 at the line, and they lead the Horned Frogs by 1. Robinson sets a screen. Harding uses it. Boozer's back on the floor.
Puncher to get something because Gumbo, I would go at him. Gumbo really
on a bounce. Punch. Kick. Shot clock winding down. Robinson. Off the mark. It was online, but too strong. So you have Boozer and Gumba up front for Duke.
Use Gumba a little bit, I think.
Cameron Boozer on the drive. Bouncing to Gumba. He lost the ball. Out of bounds.
A little bit out of sorts.
Well, they're doing a good job of zoning up. The weak side punch was right there on the drive. And it's a nice pass, like you said, just not able to catch. And that'll come. The more you play, you got to get back your rhythm and timing. The most important thing is he's moving well and appears to be healthy.
5th turnover of the day They had just 6 in the first round, and TCU has turned it over only once. 21-20 Duke. Under 9 minutes to play first half. Toulson makes his move. They wanted to travel, but he gives it away. Boozer ahead. Evans accelerating. The stumble, but he regathers for 2.
How about that? Great body control and showed some speed to get to the 10 as well.
TCU feels like they are battle tested. What they went through in the Big 12. Wins this year over Florida and Iowa State and Texas Tech and Wisconsin. Count it, and a foul. It's Tanner Toulson with a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play.
He made that play with a lot of hustle and a great read. A little bit of a harsh release by Micah right here. But look at the pursuit, the strength. Notice the three-point shooter showing some power.
And Raph, this is part of their game. TCU, a small team, they average 12.4 offensive rebounds a game and 13 second chance points. So although Duke has size, TCU, a lot of heart.
And they're very balanced. They have 7 players averaging between 7.8 and 14.4 points per game. Their leading scorers at 14.4.
It's hard to just focus on 1 or 2 guys with this team.
Salachim on the floor now, giving some size as a sub. I don't know where they're going to get their offense, though, on the other end.
Vianney Salachim, senior from Cameroon. Ball fake. And he's fouled. Here goes Isaiah Evans. Excuse me.
Wow. That was like a tick on his elbow. He knew he had the size disparity. They do that so well, don't they?
They do a great shot fake there, and that's just next level. Initiating, making sure the patience to draw the foul and the strength to get the ball there. Isaiah Evans letting him know.
And a chance for 4. Brock Harding picks up the personal. And Duke continues to rack up points at the free throw line. They're 8 of 8.
Next level. Do you have any experience at that?
I know a thing or 2.
Little zone look here.
Harding on a bounce for Toulson.
The middle is wide open, and he's got the floaters.
Nice cut. Oh, they missed Toulson.
And Toulson, the baseline delivery doesn't go. Rebound in traffic by Boozer.
He was up with 2 hands, doesn't he? He's got a great second effort on the offensive glass as well.
And Cameron Boozer, who thinks like a point guard. That's an air ball for Evans. Good effort, but out of bounds. Menya, and he is down on the play. Got a timeout with 7:34 to go. Took a shot to the back of the head. Duke has got the lead over TCU, 27-22. TCU taking on Duke today. That means they have played all 4 #1 seeds in this year's Big Dance. November, they got beat by Michigan. 2 weeks later, they beat Florida. And then in early January, TCU played Arizona, lost 86-73. During that timeout, Tracy caught up with the head coach of the Horned Frogs, Jamie Dixon.
Coach, 9 fouls already. How do you have to manage that down the stretch?
Can't say the numbers. He just said it. Yeah, obviously a challenge, but we got to fight through it, and we will. We will.
What will be the message in the huddle here?
We're going to get a good shot right here. We get good defense down here. We'll go get a good shot.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I think Jamie was talking to one of the officials just as Tracy came in to do the interview, so that was part of his focal
Great
point.
self-control, too.
But the numbers are the numbers. 9 fouls against TCU, 4 against Duke with 7:34 remaining in this first half.
And getting to the free throw line is part of these Horned Frogs attacks. So good at drawing fouls, getting to the line. So I'm sure
And they only have 1. They have 1 attempt.
1 attempt thus far.
Duke enters action #1 in the country in defensive rating. So they lock you down, allowing just 63.2 points per game. That's 4th in the nation.
They're staying with that zone. We mentioned that middle area. Somebody's got to pop. They're getting stuck late again.
Punch the catch, and then it bounces out of bounds with .2 on the clock.
And Raph, first of all, this zone that Duke's in, there's so much length on the court right now defensively for Duke. It's hard to get into that interior with that kind of size on. Now I think they'll go to a man.
Can't do anything on this.
And Harding too late.
Great. Yep.
Yeah, so to your point, Gungba's got a 7'4" wingspan. Boozer's got a 7'1" wingspan. Dame Sarr has a 7-foot wingspan. And they're using all of it.
Well, you got to dribble drive. You got to post. You got to cut a little bit.
Look, Boozer the point guard right now with this lineup.
And Boozer on top. What a feed to Gungba.
Well, they got the size now to impact. Once again, that zone.
Evans had scored the last 11 points for Duke until that Gungba bucket. 29-22 Blue Devils.
And obviously the only threat out deep.
Edmonds one-on-one with Boozer. Spray it to the outside and Harding. Edmonds is going to drive it, bounce it to nobody.
Got to take the shot. You're right there.
He had the mismatch on him there. Hamenya just go right up.
This change by John Shire has really been a problem, but how about the size here, the differential, and its impact, extraordinary.
So back-to-back turnovers for TCU. We approach 6 minutes to go in this first half. Boozer shifting gears on a kick. Hamenya in and out. Rebounded by Edmonds.
Got to beat him down and get something quick if he can.
Little stop and go. Harding, Edmonds in the attack mode and a blocking foul. Duke wanted to travel on Edmonds.
And you're right. They were right.
Yeah, but you're right though, Raph. Got to get stops and transition. This is part of TCU's attack.
3, 4. See, I was always good in math, Bert.
But you can't go above 4. That's it.
Above 4.
That's enough.
Hamenya picks up the foul. So Edmonds going to the free throw line where he shoots it at 65%. Get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. Edmonds had a moment he'll never forget. Turned out to be the game winner against Ohio State late. They had the big lead. They led the Buckeyes by 15 at halftime. Ohio State came all the way back. Punch with the rebound.
Oh my goodness, wait a second.
What did they call?
This has got to be a jump ball. No, and a foul. They
Oh, okay.
Well, they're giving it to, that's a jump ball.
I think they're calling it on Boozer right here.
It was Gungba getting into it with Punch, and I believe they gave it to Gungba.
They did. That's the squeeze you're taught. You collaborate with your buddy.
But that can't happen on a free throw.
No.
And Gungba with his second foul is now on the bench for Duke. So TCU retains possession. Baseline, Edmonds kick. Here's Harding.
There you go. Nice.
Knocked away by Boozer. Edmonds retrieves it with 6 to shoot. Edmonds fires short. And an uncontested rebound for Boozer.
Duke has really stepped up their defense, whether it's man or zone.
Cameron Boozer gives it up to his twin brother, Caden Boozer. Tried to drive on Edmonds.
Look at that rotation.
The skip
open though.
Evans short. Rebound, Brown, and a reload here for Duke. Evans turns the corner and lays it in. Tremendous highlight for Isaiah Evans, cruising to the rim.
When you can shoot, you get a lot of attention. How about his ability off the bounce? Decimating the interior defense. Good ball movement. Stretch those legs out, big fella. Beautiful finish with the left.
Greenville, South Carolina has been a tremendous host city. Highly recommend. Beautiful weather, and the fans have enjoyed themselves. Getting ready to see which team moves on to the Sweet 16. Our game summary: Duke, certainly a different Duke team than the one we saw in the first half against Siena the other day. 14 points in the paint, and Isaiah Evans has gone to work. 13 points on 4 of 8 from the field, and showing off the variety in his game.
Yeah, he has improved tremendously. Last year, like I said, exclusively a catch and shoot guy, but to put the ball on the floor and finish at the rim, something to watch.
Cameron Boozer has 1 field goal attempt.
Again, he plays within him. It's a nice slip.
Edmonds finishes with the left.
And when you're not used to playing zone, those type of things can happen frequently. Nice dive down the middle, no weak side help.
8 points for Xavier Edmonds. The junior college transfer has cut the Duke lead to 6. Get to the 5 minute slip. First half. Upstairs. Malik Brown with the flush.
Oh, and just so much awareness of Isaiah Evans. Both defenders going to him. Great cut, great pass, great finish.
They have 11 field goals and 8 assists in this first half.
You said it best, Rap. That little free throw line area, that's the sweet spot right there.
Edmonds, they surround him. Robinson will fire off the rim.
No second chances either. Nobody on the glass. Concerned about the open floor opportunity.
And a 6th rebound for Cameron Boozer. They can bring this lead to double figures. Ooh, Boozer gets a round punch, lobs it up. The catch release doesn't go for Brown, and Punch took a shot to the face.
He sure did. He got hit pretty hard there on that drive.
Well, with his background, he can shake it off, right? They're going to check him out, though.
He might be bleeding. On that drive, it looked like Boozer might have.
Yeah, he's laboring, and there is blood.
And he did have something to say to the official, too.
Yeah, he can't stop the blood.
How you doing today, man?
Matt Harrell, the athletic trainer, will go over to work with David Punch. It was this shot right there on the drive by Boozer. We'll step aside. The only thing that tastes better than making it to March Madness is making it to the next round. So enjoy an ice cold Coca-Cola and keep cheering for your team. Apparently that family is cheering for Duke. This is the shot that Punch took, and it was with the right elbow of Boozer as he tried to turn the corner. Yeah, he knew it right away. Gene Steratore just saw the replay. Gene, your reaction?
It just doesn't feel to me like it's not the traditional kind of swinging elbow play. Now, the one thing I'm sure they're contemplating is because Boozer's elbow gets up high and because he's making contact to the head, I don't think that the drawing of the blood would draw a lot, but see, when you see that elbow lift that high, is that unnecessary? Is that excessive? Quite frankly, to me, it doesn't feel overly excessive. But because of that contact to the head or neck, I think that's what's causing them to have this second and third, kind of conversation, fellas.
And often the communication comes from the bench area of the team that believes that they didn't get the benefit of the call. An assistant coach went over to Jamie Dixon, told him, we just saw the video, he took a shot to the face. Dixon goes to the official to say, hey, what about my guy? And the officials now huddled up. Paul Sells, Greg Nixon, Clarence Armstrong.
Is Boozer being punished for his size? Think about that.
Just where he caught him.
There's a little shoulder width.
They have plugged the right nostril of David Punch. Let's check in with Tracy.
Well, that's right, Ian. You saw him bleeding profusely. He was helped to the locker room, really couldn't walk under his own power because he was holding that towel directly over his face. He went in there for a few minutes. They tended to him. As you mentioned, he has a plug in that nostril. I was given the okay, told him he's good to go back in.
And, Raph, you alluded to his background. David Punch, he has some experience in the art of contact sports. His dad, David Punch, MMA fighter, and has trained his son through the years to be prepared for the rigors of college basketball.
Yeah, we had a chance to visit with him yesterday and talked about that. Was excited talking about the training and growing up around the sport. Certainly a fan of it. And didn't think that would maybe happen in the game here, the hit to the face there. But he is tough. He's a competitor and so important to this Horned Frogs attack.
So that was a long meeting between the officials. Paul Sells is now given the details out to the scores table. Then eventually we'll get on the microphone and the camera to fill us in. Right now it's 33-25 Duke. This was the play in question as Punch took an elbow to the nose.
It's no longer intent or a basketball play. Sometimes they just, if it goes above the shoulder, have to call it.
Face, 2 shots, point of interruption, ball there.
Yep.
We got a little preview, but here's the real thing.
After review, it was determined that number 12 White committed a flagrant 1 elbow foul against number 15 in the blue on the previous possession. By rule, we are still within the window to penalize that. 2 free throws would be awarded to black 15. Unfortunately, he's unable to shoot his free throws. Therefore, anybody can shoot that. There'll be 2 free throws with nobody on the line. It will be TCU ball in the front court with 21.
Oh, that gives him some life.
It does.
Think of it.
And for once, I agree with Gene. I mean, I think the elbow was a little bit high on that movement. At first, I thought it was a natural basketball play, but
Right now, Duke has its largest lead of the game, but Lelevichus, a 90% shooter, can cut into it.
Well, they just can't ring the bell of late.
they just got to stay attached.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They also got to get to the free throw line. Talked about Robinson the other night. He's had games with 8 free throws. They're not scratching it there.
TCU went 9 of 14 at the free throw line against Ohio State. Right now they are 2 out of 5, and Duke is 8 of 8.
Trying to put this together with Scotch tape if your TCU comes down this next 4 minutes.
It's a 7-point game. Robinson swing. Lelevichus playing with 2 fouls. Pierre has not been a factor thus far for TCU.
Everything's going to do some damage now. Nice
Edmonds
hustle.
On the ball fake, the back end. Dish it underneath. Robinson is fouled on the play.
And that was a great cut there from the corner by Robinson. And Edmonds in traffic, able to find him. 2 defenders there, and a little shot fake, getting Cameron Boozer in the air. And now, guys, 2 fouls on Cameron Boozer.
So 2 free throws for Micah Robinson, 76% shooter. Just 2 points, 6 rebounds for Cameron Boozer.
They need a lot of things to go well. He's got to get to the foul line. Lelevichus has to have one of those Kansas games where he had 5 threes, rang the bell big time.
Well, one of the great things, though, the Horned Frogs, they haven't given up many long runs this season. They just know how to stay attached. And they're doing that here, even undermanned.
Boozer stays in with 2 fouls. Evans can't hit the 3, overcooked it. Browning bangs it off of Pierre, who had already possibly been injured.
That's Boozer's impact, though. That pass, then he got himself inside position.
And Pierre landed awkwardly and was already hurt before the ball hit him.
He was grabbing his right shoulder there. I don't know, on that defensive rebound attempt, maybe getting tangled up there, but
he's coming out.
He's still trying to stretch it. Jamie Dixon is looking in his direction. And Pierre,
all shooters, he's just worried the stroke.
Can he shoot it? Yeah. That was the first instinct that he had.
Oh no, he reached in on the ball right away, grabbing his arm, and then enduring the punishment of the ball.
And Toulson checks in.
A nice job trapping that corner. Great read and prep.
Evans lost it for a moment. Shot clock is down to 12. Toulson digs in defensively. They bunch the area. Brown swing, extra to Boozer. Evans, fire, and it's short. Rebound nearly went in. Boozer got a piece. And here come the Horned Frogs. Lelevichus, Lithuanian native. Under 3 minutes to go in this first half.
They got some shooters in the corner, too.
Edmonds,
just elevate,
using his power.
Taking advantage of the strength there, just backing down Malik Brown, who is the ACC Defensive Player of the Year.
Jamie's guys, as noted by you, too. Look at this.
Foul. Oh, no.
I mean, it was silly.
Yeah, I think Edmonds tried to draw a foul.
Tried to sell it.
It's going to be Edmonds picking up number 2.
You don't have to do that.
But that's been his maybe Achilles heel this season. Foul trouble. And there's a little bit of contact there.
It's not so much disqualification when you look up the numbers. It's he gets 2.
Yeah.
Where you got to take him out, or the 3rd early in the second half.
And Edmonds just waved off Jamie Dixon that he wanted to stay. And 2 fouls on Lelevichus, Edmonds, and Toulson. And that is the 10th team foul against TCU. So 2 free throws for Malik Brown, who shoots it at 41%. Coming up, AT&T at the half. All the scores and highlights, latest NCAA tournament news, it's all coming up on AT&T at the half.
Jamie doesn't have many options, Bird, though. It's not like they're deep.
He brought Salachim in, but very briefly, and that's really more for defensive purposes.
David Punch has only one foul, but you wonder if he's struggling over there with his nose and the injury. So
I bet on him coming back, though. This is what I've seen all year.
Up by 5 on TCU. 2:25 to go in this first half.
He liked Edmonds at that ISO on the elbow.
Edmonds playing with the 2 fouls. Matched up with Brown. Ball out of bounds. TCU retains with 10 to shoot.
There's that length you were talking about.
he's got great hands. It was interesting, Duke. He's choosing to let Brown guard Edmonds one-on-one, not coming with the trap.
John saying they get 32 deflections by average. That's amazing. And again, with Sarr and others on wings, you understand why.
Tracy telling us that Punch and Pierre have been cleared, so they are available. Catch and shoot. Toulson can't hit the 3. Long rebound controlled by Duke.
Edmonds, be selfish. Take that shot.
If I'm Duke, I go at Edmonds, try to get a 3rd foul.
They do trap on it.
Evans against Lelevichus, and it's taken away by Harding.
A chance.
Get it ahead. Edmonds lost it, gets it back, and lays it in. That's like not a textbook, but it works.
It's like the old days with your pink high bouncer.
Only 11% of the audience got that reference.
They're all over 50, I guess.
34-31 Duke. The super pinky.
Oh, another 3rd foul now. Lelevichus.
Right there, forcing turnovers, getting easy baskets. You're right, he lost it. Thankfully for him, he was able to gather it and finish.
Well, it happened near the rim, so it went up high, so he was in a position to just guide it there.
Too much air on the ball, obviously.
I'll tell you what, they're taking advantage with Cameron Boozer. Those 2 fouls, they're chipping away at this lead.
And you mentioned it, the 3rd foul on Lelevichus. So he's going to sit. Pierre will return. We are yet to see Punch back on the floor since taking the shot from Boozer. Dame Sarr, 53% shooter, gives Duke a 5-point advantage, 90 seconds to play.
And Shire said they started this little 3-quarter trap in the second half against Siena. They liked it.
They did it a little bit earlier in the half here.
Final stages of this first half. 2nd round action in the East region. Spread it. Robinson, swing, Toulson, book it.
Wow, how about that action? Nice chest pass, Robinson. Toulson just getting them organized.
And you look up, this is a 2-point game.
Well, is this reminiscent of most of the games we all watch preparing? They don't pack the tack.
No field goals in nearly 4 minutes for Duke. Boozer drives in, loses the ball. Brown is there, layup no, but a foul.
Tough break there for TCU. I thought there was some great defense on the drive. Almost causing a turnover, but just sharing the ball, finding the open man against the zone. A little bit late there with the closeout from Hamenya, and Toulson knocking down a 3. When Horned Frogs knock down 3s, they are dangerous.
And that is the 3rd foul on Edmonds with 50.9 on the clock.
Try to roll the dice.
It's the last thing they needed.
Yeah.
And now Punch will return, replacing Edmonds.
It's amazing. A silly foul put him in the hole.
Yeah.
Basically.
That 2nd foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that really was more theatrics than anything else and unnecessary.
Look who's back in.
David Punch. And the plug has been removed from his nose.
That's why he's a great announcer. Details.
The details.
I would have never noticed.
No. Harding off the ball fake, couldn't finish. Rebound, it's claimed by Evans. And there's a 7-second difference, shot clock to game clock. And Boozer calls a timeout with 30.4 on the clock. Duke 38, TCU 34. Well, free throw shooting, a huge key thus far. Duke is plus 10 in free throws made compared to TCU, and they lead by 4.
Yeah, right now, the TCU just got to get out of this half. The foul trouble has been
devastating.
But the fact that they're this close,
I wouldn't use
not a bad thing.
I wouldn't use a ball screen here, Grant, because they would trap it on you.
Caden Boozer running the show, defended by Pierre, the Providence transfer. Shot clock down to 8. Boozer, 2 defenders in the area. Spin,
pass.
kick. Evans gets a clean look, and it's off the mark, and it's rebounded by Salachum.
Look at the length. Goodness, you don't get anything for free. Brown, amazing.
No field goals for Duke over the last 4.5 minutes of this first half.
But they got a great look there. Nice set out of the timeout. Evans wide open, just a little bit short.
I wouldn't let Harding get the ball here, only because he could speed dribble. They should deny him the ball. He's going to be on the turn here.
Sarr is watching him, but not denying him. He gets a runway with 4 seconds, with 3. Harding with 2, with 1. Puts it up. Off the rim. It danced and fell out.
You called it, Raph. He was able to get to the rim.
You want to win the NCAA championship, you can't make a lot of mistakes.
Nah, right there, just knifing through the defense and almost in traffic.
If it went in, we would have gone full Raftradamus. we can't evoke it unless the ball goes in. Send it down to Tracy.
Thanks a lot, Isaiah. 13 points for you, but you're in another tight one. What is this second half going to come down to for you guys?
Just being disciplined. I got to take better shots at the end of the shot clock, and then just getting the shots that we want, getting stops.
What about defensively? Where do you need to improve?
I think we're doing fine on defense. I feel like I put us in a bad position, taking the tough ones, and then they get buckets of transition, or we put them on the foul line.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
All right, Tracy with Isaiah Evans, who had 13 points to lead the Duke Blue Devils. End of the first half, 38-34. Duke in front. We'll send you to AT&T at the half after these messages. You're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Right now, a look at the Pizza Hut first half stats. Duke shoots 48% from the field. They make their free throws, but they turn the ball over 6 times. TCU takes advantage of those mistakes, 9 points off of turnovers. And backstage moments ago, Tracy with TCU point guard Brock Harding.
Brock, you guys are right there, but the free throws, the biggest difference. How do you handle their physicality without fouling?
For sure, we just got to be disciplined. We knew coming in, they're a physical team. We're a physical team too. We knew they were going to call it close. A lot of eyes on this game, so we just got to be more disciplined and really lock into what we need to do on defense.
Thanks a lot. Good luck.
All right, Tracy, Duke is the #1 overall seed. Ian Eagle, Grant Hill, Bill Raftery. There were uneasy moments against Siena. They were spotted in the second half. Right now, TCU's going toe-to-toe with them.
They really are. They beat 3 top 10 teams this year, Florida, Texas Tech, and Iowa State. They're not afraid. If they can stay out of foul trouble, Raph, they got a chance.
I bow to you because you were a great player. Cameron Boozer, you got to do more.
Would you really bow to me?
I would. Well, in terms of your ability, obviously. But wouldn't you agree, though? I mean, this is an All-American. Could be the player of the year. They need him to step it up.
And they just turned it over. Boozer was looking to the interior. And now TCU with possession. Robinson, feed it, punch. He got bumped by Boozer. Robinson fires. No good. Offensive rebound. It doesn't go. Evans, that's puffed up in the air. And the ball is retrieved by Harding.
Boy, out hustling and scrapping. You got to match it.
Punch. No good.
Well, Raph, you said it best. Cameron Boozer, the season that he has had for Duke, only 2 points, 0 of 1 from the field. He's got to be involved.
I like this now.
They're double teaming him on the catch.
Feed it around the perimeter. Boozer, knock away. Still have time to work with. Shot clock is down to 10.
Slip and get to the box again.
A switch. Evans now.
They got the high-low going.
Caden Boozer on the drive. Boozer, it's rejected, out of bounds.
They've done a great job of keeping Caden Boozer out of the paint. He's been so good driving in there.
They had 41 combined points, the Boozer brothers, in the first round. They've been held to 4. 6 turnovers for Duke, had 8 in the first round. No field goals in the final 4:48. Now you take into account the time here in the second half. It's nearly 6 minutes of game action without a field goal.
Jamie Dixon's game plan, he's basically said, first of all, we're not going to let Cameron Boozer beat us. Every time he touches the ball, there's 2-3 bodies there. They're going to dare somebody else from the Duke to make plays.
They added a little time to the shot
Go right
clock.
up. Go right up.
Boozer, he will, and the Baker doesn't go. It's a shot clock violation. Did not draw iron. Send it over to Tracy.
And after half, John Shire telling me this is what they do. It won't be easy. It's going to be a grind. He said they are getting too many uncontested threes and too much in transition. As far as Cameron Bruiser, he said we have to get him going here.
TCU is a top 25 defense in the country, number 21 in defensive rating. Hardy off the penetration. Here's Pierre crossing over. Kick. 6 to shoot. Hardy to Robinson. He's going to have to make it happen, and he loses the ball, gets it back, tosses it up. He does draw rim, but it's handled there by Brown.
That's how you can get going, though. Get into the game a little bit on the defensive end. Be a little more aggressive.
Boozer on a bounce to his twin brother, who's matched up with Punch. Boozer cut it down low. Harding takes it away. Numbers developing. Robinson, and a slam down, Solachum.
How about that? Filling the lane, but all about the D and the scrappy play.
So Solachum, who averages 1.1 points per game, puts 2 on the board with the jam. Got a 2-point game. And Duke looks discombobulated. Sarr short on a 3.
Well, they rely so much on Cameron Boozer, but TCU, once again, they don't have the shooters on the floor other than Evans, so they're daring others to beat him from downtown.
That was a wasted trip.
The Siena game, Duke looked shell-shocked at times. This is a different vibe with this TCU game. Punch and a handoff. Harding for the lead. No. And it's rebounded by Boozer.
Run to the rim. Nice
play. Give it up. Sarr rejected. He got blocked by Solachum.
Not that.
And Punch with the banker. No good. Brown up ahead. Intercepted by Pierre. Duke looks desperate. Pierre, hop step. He missed it. And a long rebound. Knocked out of the hands of Evans and controlled by Harding. He's telling his guys, hey, calm down.
He's doing everybody a favor right now.
Right now, Duke looks tired. They look sluggish right now, not getting to loose balls. TCU can hit some shots.
He's the guy that can get it going.
Robinson short. Robinson the rebound. He lays it in.
And just the multiple efforts right now. Loose balls, second chance opportunities. And a timeout coming. Oh,
steal. Punch to Harding. Oh, razzle-dazzle to Robinson. Major highlight for TCU. Timeout Duke.
How good are they playing right now? The energy level has stepped it up. Just a great feel for the game. You got to run the floor. Punch, the drop, beautiful finish on the pass by Harding.
TCU, we have seen timely offense, and the scoring run is real.
An assist from the seat of his pants. He ignites that fast break. They've just been more energetic, more involved, leaving it all out there. Little Duke, in turn, a little bit sluggish. How about that razzle-dazzle, huh?
Well, you said it best. Michael Robinson getting involved offensively, but now Duke
nice parry out of the timeout.
Gumba to Boozer, big to big for the flush.
How about the back screen that set that up? Great call. Maybe that gets Duke going a little bit.
They went nearly 9 minutes without a field goal, bridging the first and second half. We're tied at 40. Toulson now in for TCU. And Solachum has earned extended minutes. Swing it. Punch. Hasn't been heavily involved. And it's taken away by Boozer. 5th turnover for the Horned Frogs. Boozer fakes
nice
on a 3. Fakes out Punch. Oh, look out! Toulson went up over the top, and that was a dangerous situation.
He's okay. Toulson.
Thankfully, yeah, he's okay.
But 2 great fakes. First, the pump outside by Boozer. This gets him going, and right here just gets everybody airborne.
Great patience there. And you said it best, Raph. Boozer getting it going out of the timeout. Being more aggressive. Duke needs it.
And a flying foul on Toulson. Our tournament summary: 6 teams scored 100+ points in the first round, most in any round in tournament history. Top 5 seeds went 19-1 in the first round. The lone loss, Wisconsin, Michigan State, both in the Sweet 16. All right, let's get the call right now from Paul Sells.
After review, it was determined that the common foul on the floor will be upgraded to a flagrant one for excessive and unnecessary contact by number 55 to the neck area of the shooter. 2 free throws for Duke. Their ball on the baseline with 22 seconds on the shot clock as the ball never got to the rim on the shot attempt.
And Raf, I don't know. I get the call there, and certainly you can see him wrapping up. But as someone who's been in that situation before, you're trying to prevent yourself from falling, but the call is the call.
Gene Steratore, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with Grant, although I've never been at that elevation before, guys, quite frankly.
Me either.
But when Tolson's starting to fall, you know, it feels like he's just reaching for something to brace himself. Now, in the official's defense, when you do that and you're grabbing around the neck or something, the potential maybe for Boozer to have injury or something of that, it rises there potentially. But to me, I felt like it was just falling and looking for something to hold on to soften his fall, you know?
If he did not grab Boozer at that point,
his neck is going to be.
Yeah, he was going to be spilled out.
Right.
So I do think he's just hanging on for dear life, and it just happened to be the neck of Boozer. Now, obviously, that's an area that you're not supposed to grab, and that's why the officials made the determination. So Duke is up by 2.
Right away out of the look at this kid. He's so tough.
Knock away from Gungba.
He is so tough.
Edmonds and Harding were there defensively.
Well, they had a great play run, too.
Edmonds denied by Gungba.
Well, he loaded up on the other end, helped him. Wait till he gets down there.
Boozer swing.
And you're saying he's a great passer. There he goes again, Grant.
And a foul is called as Boozer had position on Punch.
Right here, the help. They're not going to leave you on an island there. And Rock Harding getting inside. And this is the impact of Gumba, the rim protection, his ability to alter shots.
And somehow Evans got his hand on it, but he couldn't save it. Break opportunity. Robinson with Hamenya. Euros right around him.
Oh, man.
No foul call. Goodness, great footwork. Creative. A little lingerie on the deck here. Step and go. A little blow by. Feel the breeze.
So that is 13 turnovers now for Duke. Duke grabbed the rim, so the ball went in, but it would have counted anyway because of basket interference.
That's the same play they ran before. A little back screen to get Boozer to the box.
17 points off of turnovers for TCU. We're tied at 42.
Boozer's got a mismatch.
Evans, he's got length with Pierre, but the help is in. Oh, he puts it in! And the foul!
And I think that's 4 on Edmonds if they decide to call it on him. But that's twice today that he's had some circus shot. Here, just not going to be denied. A little shot fake there, and Edmonds tried to put his hand straight up.
I think he hears the whistle, too. He's definitely going to release it.
So that is 4 on Edmonds, 3 on Toulson, 3 on Lelevichus. And we are going to see a smaller lineup now for TCU. It is Punch, Robinson, Pierre, Lelevichus, and Harding. Ball got knocked to the outside and controlled by Harding with Duke up by 2.
This is where you can ride some outside shooting, too. A little dribble drive. Guys can be creative with the bounce. And you got Punch in the middle and clean it up.
Swing. Robinson's been very poised. The sophomore from Frisco, Texas. Harding draws a double team. Shot clock is down to 5. Pierre trying to get around Evans. He shows it, and he lays it in. That was crafty.
How smart was that? Just put the brakes on. Feel the breeze as he goes by. You can use that pass. I thought they called the foul, but they didn't.
I did too.
Yeah.
But playing off 2 feet right here. That little shot fake got Evans in the air. And I think they
were going to call a goaltend.
Oh,
so he's going to get credit for it.
And Punch was outside, so Gumba couldn't help. Pretty good design.
We have our 10th tie of the afternoon.
Nice cut
inside. Boozer lays it in, plus the hard.
Boozer with that back screen set up. Gorgeous. twice now. A little better definition in the attack. Just a little here. And then you mentioned this guy. He can pass, too.
Well, we talk about his impact on defense, but offensively has that ability. And because Cameron Boozer was setting that back screen, there was some hesitation to help. Great cut by Caden.
Cameron and Caden Boozer, fantastic freshmen. Carlos Boozer and their mom, Cece, taking in the action. And you feel it when you're in that spot. The pressure, the stress, all of it. Harding turns it over.
Good job jamming it up.
Scooped up by Sarr, and now under control is Cameron Boozer with Duke up by 3.
They stood punch up. He couldn't cut. That's what jammed everything up at the other end.
Gungba returning from the foot injury. Boozer, they load up with a double team. Boozer creates space, and he lays it in, and the foul.
And Raph with Edmonds on the bench. No physicality or resistance there. They double team Boozer as Daddy approves, and it didn't matter. Just took his time, used that strength, created some separation, great ball fake, and you talked about him, the need to pick up his game, doing just that.
And that's the 4th foul on Lelevichus.
They are struggling. I see a different attitude out of this young guy right now. I mean, he realizes the burden is his. He is the best player setting the tone, whether it's screening, loading up, and finishing.
He is the leading candidate for National Player of the Year. Cameron Boozer has put up historic numbers as a freshman, and he puts Duke in front by 6.
And there's only one number he wants this year, and that's that championship.
So that is 19 free throw attempts, 17 makes for Duke, and TCU is 3 out of 7 at the line.
Empty side now. Punch has not gotten touched.
Pierre flips it.
Catch.
The catch by Punch. The layup doesn't go. And again, Duke a factor on the interior with their length. They're the 2nd tallest team in college basketball behind just Illinois.
Well, they're spread much better.
Boozer makes his move. Swing it. Hamenya. No good.
Over the top. I think going the other way, Sarr.
It is going to be Salachum.
And although Hamenya missed that, you see the decisive move by Boozer getting into the paint as Shire's in a little disbelief there, but a little bit more pop to the offense.
Sarr made contact with the TCU big Salachum, and the officials saw it. 6-point game. Harding tried the jab step. Work it around the perimeter for Punch.
Salachum trying to load up.
Punch is just 1 of 6 from the field.
Not really looking for his shot as much.
Pierre. Step back Jay. No good. Off the iron.
Now, Grant, they spread much better this half. More definition in their attack.
Boozer with Harding. Needs some help. Brown. 12 minutes to go in regulation. The freshman Hamenya. Ball fake.
Nice.
Hamenya. Yes, sir.
Good ball movement came in quick. TCU timeout.
It is a 9-0 Duke run.
Hamenya's got that big motor tax. 34th 3 in the game. Get those puppies organized. Duke on a run with some definition.
Cameron Boozer, Duke's all-star, really struggling as TCU has bottled him up. The offense stagnant, the turnovers here, unable to get going, but a nice set coming out of the halftime there, a little back cut, and then with Edmonds on the bench, too small on the interior. Cameron Boozer only 2 points there in the first half, starting to pick it up, more efficient, and that is why Duke is on this 9-0 run.
Cameron Boozer has been more assertive in this second half, looking for a shot, looking to establish position inside.
Now they can play small against this TCU team.
Total fouls for the game. TCU has 17, Duke has 9, and it's a 9-0 run, giving the Blue Devils their largest lead thus far.
Raph, David Punch, hey, he has to get going. Too good, too talented.
You think part of that, you mentioned the timeout?
could be the contact that he had with the nose. Is an unforced turnover by Duke once again.
Send it over to Tracy.
During that timeout, John Shire telling his team it's about the simple plays. The last 2 possessions have been elite. He said we need to force contested twos. They're going to ramp up the pressure, and we have to stay poised, protect the rim, and guard.
And Duke's got the 53-44 advantage.
Nice little play, the Iverson cut.
And punch. He gets rejected on the inside, sticks with it. That won't go. Toulson swings. Harding a 3. Not live.
How about Toulson with the extra pass, not being unselfish? Punch didn't really exert himself strong inside, but at least a little some more activity.
Punch is 1 of 8 from the field, just 2 points, 2 rebounds. But TCU has cut it to 6.
Now this is the spread that they run so well. A lot of slips, a lot of activity.
Brown out front. Hamenya making things happen. Layup, no, but a foul.
They run that so well, that little curl.
Well, right there, you had Michael Robinson. He didn't help on the curl, staying attached to Boozer. And Hamenya able to just turn the corner. Robinson not willing to help there because he doesn't want to leave Cameron Boozer for the drop-off pass.
And that's 4 on Tanner Toulson. So Toulson with 4, Edmonds with 4, Lelevichus with 4. Every bracket buster and every buzzer beater. CBS Sports HQ has your tournament highlights, plus wall-to-wall coverage across the sports world. Streaming free 24/7.
Nice rebound again.
Cameron Boozer with the board. Back out for Caden Boozer with 10:36 to go.
Just go inside if you're Duke. Just keep punishing.
Brown out front, one-on-one with Punch. Swing it. Sarr. Shot clock winding down. Sarr. Step back 3. On target.
That's what he's got to do, maybe. Shoot it off the bounce.
Off the made basket. Harding tried to push it up the floor, but Duke with floor balance. It's a 13-3 run for the Blue Devils.
That was Cameron's fingerprints on that whole play with that rebound.
Punch faked the handoff. Toulson tried the backdoor cut. Robinson, a bailout. It's there.
Oh, what an answer there.
They got lost.
They did. Went under the screen there. Made him pay.
Micah Robinson under control. He's got 18 points to lead all scores. Cameron Boozer spin to the rim for 2.
Welcome to the party. Cameron. Oh, look at this underneath here. A lot of whacking.
It is Punch and Brown going at it.
Boy, the physicality. Brown hasn't read the clippings.
So after the make by Boozer, these two get into it. And they get Brown on the foul. Robinson, handoff Pierre, experienced guard. Toulson playing with 4 fouls. Turns the corner, waits, and it's blocked against the backboard by Brown.
It might have been a goaltending there. Looked like the ball hit the backboard before Malik Brown blocked it.
Hey, what a great job by Brown. First post defense, then helping out.
Trying to extend the lead to double figures. Cameron Boozer, no good. And the box out there by Robinson. He was held by Boozer.
I thought here as Toulson goes up, the ball hit the back. I think it hit the backboard first. Great play by Brown.
Yep.
That should have been 2.
Yeah, that's the 3rd foul on Cameron Boozer on the other end. So Brown sits. Gungba is back in. And guarantee you, Jamie Dixon was just told by his staff that it should have been 2 on the board.
You got a technical.
There's no doubt that Jamie Dixon was sharing his opinion over the call he didn't get. And then Paul Sells had enough.
Now, I understand the frustration. Every basket so important. A missed opportunity there.
Well, the foul disparity in the first half, he wasn't happy with it all.
So he said something as Sells was walking by, and then Sells just continued towards the scorer's table with the technical.
He obviously didn't sell it properly.
Another free throw here for Caden Boozer, with Duke now up by 10.
And Jamie pretty calm generally, understated on that sideline throughout his career.
Coaching at his alma mater, was a star for the Horned Frogs back in the 80s.
Amazing what he's been able to do too. And talk about the venues in that league, the competition, the coaching.
And the free throw disparity right now, that's part of what is getting under the skin of Jamie Dixon and his staff. 20 of 23 for Duke, 3 of 7 for TCU. This is an 11-point game. Toulson, lob it up. And Power could not get it to go down.
Now, I didn't judge grabbing with 2 hands, I thought, huh? Look at Boozer loading up.
He's wide open. They missed him.
Ball fake. Evans. No good. And a rebound to Sarr. They got a reload here. Sarr just made a 3. Bullseye. Wow.
John telling us it all started with him just working on his defense, feeling the offense would come, and it certainly has.
It's a 20-6 extended run. And Duke is starting to pull away from TCU here in the second half. They have answered the bell. Tight first half. Sarr from long distance. Duke up by 14. 64-50. Duke leading TCU. TCU is 7 of 23 from the field in this second half, and Duke has taken advantage to the tune of a 20-6 run. Edmonds is back in. He's playing with 4 fouls, but you feel like the Horned Frogs are in the danger zone right now.
Absolutely. Duke has stepped it up. And the discrepancy on free throws, major issue.
Ooh, really deep. Logo land 3 doesn't go. And a foul called. It's going to stay right here.
I think Gumba maybe.
So Gumba is back for Duke, but they still don't have Caleb Foster. Foster out with a right foot fracture. He injured it against North Carolina right at the end of the regular season, and they've missed him. They've missed his presence.
Well, especially on the offensive end. I mean, their efficiency on that side of the court so much better, and he has experience as a junior.
Well, the 2 of them can play together. Caden can play alongside them. They can rotate them. And a lot of things they could do.
Pierre to Harding. Shot clock at 7, under 8 minutes to go. Harding bounces inside. And there was a stoppage there, a kick. And Caleb Foster, he's the junior from the state of North Carolina. Combo guard, has a deep bag of offensive moves.
And really has played well this season for Duke.
A lot of toughness, but easy look too. Duke not alert on that out of bounds.
Open shot for Robinson is off the mark. And TCU has gone ice cold. Caden Boozer watched by Harding. They're shooting 28% in the second half.
There's that back screen to load up. Look at the mismatch they have.
Get it to Boozer, and that is too easy as he rocks the rim.
It's like
how about the pass?
Right? Yeah, exactly. You're right about his ability.
Harding kicks it out for Toulson. They just need points. Pierre can't hit the 3.
Nice.
Rebound, it's claimed by Evans.
Nice tip to himself.
Caden Boozer waits for his teammates to get down the floor. Gumba will now join the party. We approach 7 minutes to go.
Little 2-3 zone. Offensive rebounding. Watch the lob too.
Gumba, drive it, pass it, score it for Boozer. Cameron Boozer taking over in the second half.
See, they look so disciplined now compared to the first half, don't they?
And TCU is just not executing with any kind of fluidity offensively.
They're shaking, no question about it.
And Duke taking advantage with the size and the physicality. Points in the paint this half. They've been dominant.
And Gumba is just surveying and getting it inside to Boozer. Lost the ball, last touch by TCU. Gumba's got a great feel.
Robinson saying, I didn't sign up for this. To play Cameron Boozer down on the block, but the touch pass, magnificent, particularly for the size of the passer.
TCU sends Toulson to the bench. Levicius replaces him. We have 6:29 to go. Cameron Boozer has scored 13 of his 15 points in the second half. Outside, Now they invert it. It's Gungba who's underneath. Cassar feeling it. Short. Rebounded by Robinson.
Do you think John would inspire that with Cameron at halftime? You know, we need you to get going. Or you think he's just on his own decided, I'm not playing well?
I'm sure John and his teammates encouraging him to step up and play better, and I'm sure he didn't need that. He knows his value to this team.
Pierre.
Wrestle. Gumba and Edmonds.
And they are both down. So you got Gungba and Edmonds both frustrated. Gungba remains on the floor.
It could be 5 on Edmonds.
It is.
Yeah, that's it.
Not sure.
You know, he initiated Edmonds, obviously, and you're protecting yourself.
Ooh. Double foul, maybe.
They did call double. That's his 5th. That 2 fouls tonight where you're admitting. Come on.
Yeah, Gene Steratore just watched the replay sequence. Gene, what do you think?
Yeah, what I was looking at was Edmonds' legs as they were falling, and to see was he clamping Gungba's legs with his legs as he goes down. As you watch him start to fall, watch the legs as he's squeezing his legs in between himself as he pulls him down. That may be where Nixon was looking when he called it. Put his fist up or crossed his hands above his head, giving the flagrant signal right away. I'm wondering if that's what he was looking at.
Well, they did go fists apart, as in a foul on each guy.
The previous play is under further review. The call on the floor is a double flagrant foul.
I think the issue, too, if Edmonds just goes down and doesn't shift his leg at the last moment, they might have gotten it just on Gungba on the takedown.
Edmonds will show a little frustration tonight.
Well, you go back to that end of that first half when he had those 2 fouls. They kept him on the floor. He picked up his 3rd.
Yeah, it was a crusher.
That right there may have been the difference.
And Edmonds is still trying to make his case over on the TCU bench. Gene, you have more?
Now, I think if we end up in this where Paul Sells was double flagrant, just administratively, guys, I think they would wash. There'll be no free throws shot. And I do agree with you, too, saying that, look, if Edmonds doesn't squeeze at the end, I think you may end up with just one side on a flagrant. But now you're in the double flagrant without shots.
And then you go to the possession arrow, correct?
Correct.
And the reality is it's been building throughout the day. And Edmonds saying, how is that a foul? And John Shire saying he did nothing. We need Judge Judy.
Clearly nobody's happy. oh, man.
But it's extremely costly for Edmonds and for TCU. It's been walking that line throughout the game.
Well, he initiated the contact on that post-up, trying to lock in. That started the whole double flagrant.
After review, the ruling on the floor of double flagrant 1 fouls is confirmed. By rule, both players are charged with a flagrant 1 foul. The ball will be given to the team in control at the time of the foul, which is TCU on the baseline with no reset of the shot clock.
So the double flagrant, which was called originally on the floor.
But if the ball is loose, it would then be the possession arrow, I assume, right, Jane?
And that's it. Xavier Edmonds has hit the quota. 12 points. And a team that is down by 18 needed every option available offensively with 6 minutes to go. And they still have other foul trouble with Lalevichis and Toulson.
Now, people will look at this score and say, well, Duke got another easy one, right? If it continues like this?
Far from it.
I think these 2 games are monumental in the progression of Duke. You know, attention to detail, being ready.
Pierre's pull up. In and out. They can't buy one. Lalevichis taps it out. Pierre doesn't take the 3. And we're down to 5:44 to go.
And they've had some good looks this half, just not able to convert.
Punch blocked from behind by Cameron Boozer.
That's when they're on top of their game, helping their partners.
They have missed 13 of their last 15 shots.
And I don't think Punch has been the same since that collision in the first half.
Agreed. Robinson comes out to defend Cam Boozer. Punches 1 of 10 from the field. Boozer, hard drive with the finish.
He's a different guy this half, too. Heads into the game, leading by example.
And the lead has ballooned to 20. Pierre splashes one in from the outside.
Finally a bucket for TCU. But Raph, to your point about Cameron Boozer, sometimes you're struggling. Didn't score a field goal in the first half. That first play out of the timeout, get him an easy look, just see the ball go through, can ignite someone, and certainly has done so here for him.
Winner here will go to D.C. and play the survivor of St. John's and Kansas.
Good hands.
And that ball is off of Caden Boozer, out of bounds.
Didn't protect it.
I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with Michael Robinson for TCU. I mean, both games, 18 points. Tonight had 18 on Thursday. Never forces anything on offense. Big shots. Defends.
They're still running their action, too.
Get into a set here with Pierre. He's guarded by the big. Now a switch. Pierre's three. Doesn't go. Rebound. Punch got his hands on it, but it's claimed by Caden Boozer.
Of course, you know, if Micah is on top of his game with the two bigs, they are formidable.
Well, you needed a Herculean effort from both Edmonds and Punch.
Yes.
Against Duke here. It's not the case.
It's the first ever meeting between these two schools as Brown's pass is taken away. Robinson ahead.
Oh, one's selfish.
Harding the spin. And the knock away by Cameron Boozer. Boozer leading the break. Give it up for the lay-in, Isaiah Evans.
How about that? At that size, with that kind of control and feel.
I don't think his dad could do that.
I was more of a post-up guy, right? National champion.
You can tell Carlos. He's right over there. Grant.
After the game,
let him know.
I'll let him know.
Coach was nervous as heck watching the games, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, as a parent, it's got to be difficult. I can only imagine.
It is 34-18 in the second half. Boozer on top. Big finish by Brown.
Mentally at a loss right now, TCU, but a different Duke team, different personality.
Entirely different in the second half. Harding swing. Punch. He's fouled with 2:54 on the clock. It's all Duke. Up big on TCU.
See here the free throw discrepancy. Obviously Duke had a lot of turnovers there, but the second half Duke looking more like themselves.
Yes,
the light went on.
First round 71-65 win over the 16th seed Siena. They were plus 17 in the second half, and now a plus 18 here. CBS tomorrow. See why over 20 million viewers and counting have made Marshall's TV's #1 new show. Marshall's, a new era of Yellowstone. New episode Sunday on CBS.
Punch fourth point. You know they're in trouble. He doesn't get doubles.
He's their leading scorer.
Averages 14.5 points per game.
Oh my goodness.
Pressure, they give it away. Lelevicius, he couldn't grab it, but Robinson does. Ball fake, layup no. And they do not cash in. And that has been the story for TCU. They just haven't made enough baskets.
Duke's had 18 turnovers here in this game, so certainly something they will want to clean up this upcoming week.
Grant, this is what makes them tough. He can be the point forward, can post up, play a wing, run a fast break.
Double-double for him, 17 points, 10 rebounds. Hamenya, give it up.
Screen.
Caden Boozer can't hit the three. Cam Boozer taps it to himself, and he scores Moses Malone style.
His job screening was magnificent for his brother's look. Caden got a clean one because of his head.
19 now for Cameron Boozer. 17 in the second half. Robinson can't hit the three. And a good box out there by Brown. Final minute 48.
The thing about Cameron on the offensive glass, he bodies people a little deeper, so he's great on the second effort.
Got great strength, and he set that flare screen and got the offensive rebound. The pursuit, excellent.
Splitting defenders. Caden Boozer with a nifty play.
think they're going to stay play, just get some subs in.
78-54, 1:29 to go.
Bunch of guys don't get a lot. Well, Harris gets time, but Jack Scott on the floor went to Princeton. His dad Joe was the Air Force, played at Princeton for Pickerel, the Air Force coach.
So Cameron Sheffield in. You mentioned Jack Scott seeing some action. Harris now on the floor. And now TCU is going to make changes as well, with Salachim checking in.
Caden Edwards, I believe, coming in too, Bird.
Yep, he's a guard from Fort Worth, so a local product.
James Posey.
James Posey's son.
That's right, James, 12-year NBA veteran, couple of titles with Miami and Boston. His son Jace is now on the floor.
He went to Straight Jesuit. I believe that's where Jake Fosco went. Remember that kid?
Oh, yeah.
Championship at UConn. That was his high school.
R.J. Jones now in for TCU, along with Ashton Simmons. And getting to the rim is Jace Posey.
He didn't waste any time.
Oh.
I did not think we were going to get a Jake Voskuhl message on the air, but it happened.
Well, UConn's in the tournament. I think really.
Yeah, no, there's a connection. This kid Aretha Franklin on the first night, so in my mind, anything goes at that point for Ref. Here's Scott with 50 seconds left. Once again, second half, Duke emerges. Amenya, no. And it's out of bounds, last touched there by Edwards.
It's amazing, though, these programs, the subs come in and play the same way.
Yeah.
They don't just jack it up. They're moving the ball, running their designs.
TCU had a chance to go to its first Sweet 16 since the expanded format, and they're going to come up well short.
How about that? That's because he relocated.
Another three. Great sign for Dame Sarr that he's making those shots from deep. Posey, count it. Wow. And a foul, slashing to the rim.
He's athletic.
How about that shot, too? Big time kiss.
Like a running hook shot there.
Jace Posey is a redshirt sophomore from Houston.
Wow.
And a chance at a three-point play with 20.8 left. TCU is going to wrap up the season at 23-12, playing in the NCAA tournament for the fourth time in the last 5 years. They were in it at the break. We were curious to see which way this thing was going to go, but it's been all Duke in the second half. The #1 overall seed advances to the Sweet 16. Duke defeats TCU. And in the East region, Duke still in control of its own destiny. 81-58. It is on to DC for the Blue Devils, and now they'll just wait to see who their opponent is. St. John's in Kansas from San Diego. We'll have that one for you here on CBS tomorrow. Michigan State has already moved on. The East is completely stacked. But Duke is going to be a part of the party. They came alive in the second half, led by Cameron Boozer. 43-24, they outscore the Horned Frogs to pull away.
Where you mentioned the one half, they're going to need two halves as you go further on.
So it's Duke on to the Sweet 16 for the 31st time as we send it over to Tracy.
Well, thanks a lot, Coach. Let me start with you. Another dogfight early, but that second half, you called the timeout around the 16-minute mark. What did you tell your guys that opened this up?
Well, we've been searching for Duke defense. You know, that was, we weren't at our best by far in the start of the second half. But I love the response. The way those guys defended the rest of the game was big time. I thought they showed incredible character.
Well, you told me at halftime you got to get this guy going. How big of a difference is he when he gets out here and does what he does?
Yeah, we can't let the whole half go by without him getting a shot. But again, the thing, he impacts the game in all ways. You look at his defense, rebounding, And then obviously how he asserted himself in the second half, that's how we got separation.
Well, thanks a lot. Good luck in the Sweet 16. And Cameron, let me talk to you, because 17 points in the second half. You finished with a double-double. What was said, though, at halftime by your coach and by your teammates to get you going?
Yeah, I mean, we're just talking about how to have to guard these guys. You know, I wasn't worried. I knew Coach was going to find a way to get me going. He always does. But the biggest thing for us is defending and rebounding in that second half. And we did a great job with that, man. So proud of these guys. Big time 2 wins this weekend, and I got to get ready for next weekend.
Speaking of next weekend, it's a young team. Your first Sweet 16 experience, though. How much are you looking forward to that one in D.C.?
Man, I'm looking forward to all of it. You know, all of this is the first experience for a lot of our guys, but older guys are doing a great job getting us prepared, and we're going to be ready for sure.
Good luck. Thanks a lot. Congrats.
Yep, thank you. I appreciate it.
And the win for Duke, and another win for Team Boozer as well. Second half, that's been the story in the first 2 rounds for Duke, what they've done to their opponents, Siena and now TCU. Tune into TNT and TBS for live second-round games coming up. VCU and Illinois here on CBS. We'll send you to our studio, Capital One Tournament Central. That is right after these messages.